Where do we have to look at the camera? I hate this. I really hate this kind of thing.
So the problem is, as we said, Will's too tall. So too tall, good looking.
You need to, maybe you sit down on a stool.
Age will get you
Stop
down.
it, stop it. Megan, introduce yourself and this fantastic business, Greens of Soham. Go.
Oh gosh, my name is Megan Talbot. I'm a technical assistant for Spearhead, which is a sub-company of Greens of Soham.
Madam?
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the supply chain manager for Sea Potatoes.
Excellent. And Will, introduce yourself on the basis that your picture, taken by a reasonably well-known photographer, is everywhere on Fresh Produce at the moment. Introduce
Very
yourself.
good. So hello, Will Shakeshaft, Managing Director of UK Business Greens of Soham.
Excellent. And what, guys, what I wanted to do, we were just talking about it off camera. I do think your business is very positively unique because of this collaboration that you've got with growers and the end customers. I think, let's start with Will. I think it's so important. You've been so successful over 60 years because of this relationship you have with your growers and your customers. God knows what's going to happen in the next 10 years, 5 years,
Yes.
1 year. But that relationship that you have with your growers and your customers seems to be there's a magic dust there. And I'm not being complacent about it because you've obviously got to work at it. I think there's something unique that you've got. Do you agree? Is this something that you're proud of that you have with your growers and your customers? Go.
Yeah, so we've been working with growers for 45, 50 years in spearhead marketing, which is part of Greens of Soham, a bit of identity issues, but for me it's about the team we've got around us, so who I'm joining with today. So how can we support them? It's about being open and honest, understanding quickly about what support do they need and how can we do that. Accessing the right customers, the right varieties, and what I feel we do pretty good is, if you've got growers who've got particular periods in the year they like to supply potatoes, and certain varieties are good at growing, our job is how do we match that up? So how do we deliver the right seeding, and then how do we support them with technical?
Yeah.
And I guess by being growers ourselves as our main business, we're pretty well placed to learn and make mistakes ourselves, and then actually talk to them about this was successful, this didn't work for us, it was diabolical, and share positive failures, if you like, through them, and try and improve what we're doing.
Okay, and then you've got this positive that you're a veteran of the sector. You guys are relatively new in. You're at the start of your career, and I'm guessing because of your collective personalities and what you're learning from the likes of Will and the rest of the team, that you're also assisting the growers. Would that be true?
I spend a lot of time in the summer out in the field. I will be meeting growers out and about if they want to check on crops. And then when it comes to harvest, we're out every day picking up quality control samples off the harvester and then the grading line. So I do spend a lot of time during the sort of growing and harvest period with our growers.
And so that relationship you have with your growers is obviously you're very close to your growers. You're sharing these issues both ways. Would that be correct?
Yeah, I'd say so. And I was actually having this conversation with Will yesterday that every grower, you have to be different because they are different and they have different experiences. And where we can connect with them is we do grow our own potatoes and we have our own experiences. But sometimes you've got to be their friend, sometimes you've got to be their colleague, or just their support network. And that is where the niche is with it. I think you've just got to know your audience. And
And again, I presume occasionally you've also got to be that critical friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't do it that way, because if you did it this way, it might be okay.
Absolutely. And we all know it's a really tough industry at the minute to be in, so it's just being there to support them and in whatever way we can.
Yeah.
So,
Well done. So again, it's this collaboration thing, tough industry.
Yeah.
Well, it does this all the time.
We're riding it through with them, so that makes it, that helps.
Customers. Is it the same sort of relationship you have with your customers as you do with your growers?
Yes, I think for us it's understanding what does customer need, so what gives them a headache, and then how can we try and eliminate that. Desperately trying for it not to just be a transactional relationship, so it's the collaboration piece about, okay, where can we support them, what can we do that's slightly different to our competitors. You're still judged on yesterday's load, you're only as good as that, which is still a problem. You can have a fantastic season and then go and deliver a leaf. And it makes them grumpy. So a farmer often, and that's our challenge, varieties on farm we love because they're high yielding or they're more consistent in store and reduces risk, but may not always be the right variety for customers. So how do we tailor the knowledge that we get from variety trials and understanding the data that we're managing, and then support the processes with that as well?
Well done. And just just to wrap up, there's so much profitability held up within the supply chain. If I could give you all a magic wand so that you could eliminate the speed bumps that you see in the sectors, what would you do with that? What would you want from your growers? What would you want from your customers to make this whole supply to the benefit of all? What would you want?
Consistent weather.
Oh, right, okay. I'm not Paul Daniels, he's not Debbie McGee. But it's a really good point, because you look at the likes of AI, everyone's trying to plan with AI as to all the weather, as well as currency fluctuations. It's a really good point.
Yeah.
God, can you better that? Can you better weather, Megan?
I was going to stick with weather.
Will?
It's about, we're going to get the weather we get, so what do we do to manage it? So back to irrigation, which we spoke about back in the summer. It's access to the right land. The speed bumps, that's our job to try and smooth them out.
Okay, but again, it's all about that collaboration, whether it be a weather factor or a current, it's all about that collaboration. So guys, are you optimistic about the future?
Yeah.
Well,
I am. I think you said. Sorry, you go first.
No, I was going to say, I think you've got to be. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We've got 60 years of success at Greens, and I'm extremely proud about the business, the people. It's the people that make it a success. So
look at these two fantastic
exactly.
people.
The next generations are coming, and it's not all about old grey, stale, and pale.
Okay, let's finish on a high. After 3, I want you to shout out your favourite potato variety. After 3.
Oh, no, I don't think I'm allowed to do that.
Here you are.
After you are. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Lady Gwen.
And we'll leave it at that. Well done. Well done, Greens of Soham. Well done for your 60th anniversary next year. Well done, team.
Thank you.
Lady.